Hey everyone. So today, for the very first time, I did a double feature. I never did a double feature in my entire life, but these two movies like were perfect. I was like, this is the perfect timing because these two movies um they're like they fit the same holiday, and that is of course Valentine's. So even though Valentine's is technically next week, whatever. Whatever. So today, this weekend, two Valentine's movie came out. One is like a horror, like slasher movie called Heart Eyes, and the other one is with my boy, um, Q Huang, Kian. No, wait, Ki Huang Quan, Hu Quan. Um, from every he's the guy. He's the main guy. Who he played the husband. Um, in Everything Everywhere All at Once, one of my favorite movies of that year. Like 2022, that movie Everything Everywhere All at Once came out. Yeah, in 2022. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And now like a couple years later, here he is returning in Love Hurts, this new movie. And so this is going to be a double. So this is like a double feature. Like I never did a double feature in my entire life. This is the very first time I've done it. I looked at my calendar and I got like extra like free time, and I was like, why not? Why the hell not? So yeah, like Valentine's Day is like Valentine's is like next week. And yeah, like, how do I do this? I guess I'll talk. Okay, I think I'll talk about Hard Eyes, since I saw Hard Eyes first, and then Love Hurts later. So I'll do that in that order. So I'm gonna talk about Hard Eyes, and then we'll talk about Love Hurts. So Hard Eyes is a romantic comedy horror slasher film. So roman it combines romantic comedy with the horror slasher, like it's a combination of those two. And it stars Olivia Holt, which who I didn't know was in this movie. I know the guy from, I think his name is like Mason or something. The guy from Scream, from the recent Scream movie. He would I know he's in it. Like all the other actors, I don't know who else is in it. This movie is directed by Josh Rubin. Now, Josh Rubin directed two movies that I've seen before this film, just to get a taste of his directing style and all that. The first movie he directed was it was like I think it was like Scare Me, Scare Me, which is like these two people, where these two people, they're just telling each other's ghost stories. They're telling each other these ghost stories, and it was a very simplistic and basic. It was a really good movie because of how simplistic. Like you don't need to have like CGI and blood and guts, to make a horror movie. You don't need like all that. You could just do something simple, something basic. And he did a great job directing it. I think that was his directorial debut. I'm not really sure. Um, I'm not really sure, but anyway, the next movie he directed was Werewolves Within, which starred the AT&T girl. Um, you know who I'm talking about. And I thought to myself, that was pretty funny too. That was a pretty funny film. That was a pretty funny film. I mean, like it wasn't great or anything, but I thought it was pretty nice. But yeah, like So far, like when it comes to his directing, I thought, he's off to a really good start. Um, I would say Hard Eyes. Now, ever since I saw the trailer for this film, and I thought to myself immediately, this looks cheesy and so random. I'm like picking my nose, like, oh my God, my nose is like really itching. I'm so sorry if I'm like picking my nose and like scratching it. It's like really itchy. But anyway, good to know, Max. Anyway, I saw the trailer for this movie and I immediately thought like it looked so cheesy and stupid, but I didn't know who was in it except the guy from Scream. So when I saw Olivia Holt, that surprised me. Honestly surprised me. I'm really terrible at predicting who the serial killers are. I will say the serial killer, like the monster, like not the monster, the costume design for the Hard Eyes serial killer doesn't look all that great, if I'm being honest. Seems like they got a bigger. It seems like Josh Rubin might have gotten a bigger budget from like Werewolves Within. Um, but yeah, I have like mixed feelings for I know I saw the Rotten Tomato score and I was surprised that a lot of critics and audience members, really enjoyed this movie. I have mixed feelings with this movie, if I'm being honest with you. There were some things I liked about Hard Eyes. I did appreciate the sense of humor. It does, like when I like the dialogue really does. I'm listening to the dialogue and it sounds like something, it sounds like a Josh Rubin type of movie. I don't think wrote like the dialogue. I don't think he wrote the dialogue. He was just the director. Um But like there were other parts of this movie where I thought like it was like too sudden and like too fast. Like this girl and this guy literally fall in love with each other. This is a by the way, what I'm about to say is a little minor spoiler. I'm not giving anything major away. Don't worry. Are you are you ready? I'm about to say it. So they fall in love with each other literally in like 14 hours. They locked eyes and it's like love at first sight. It's like I'm just not I'm not really feeling I'm like really like it's that sudden. It's that fast. Is it really that fast to fall in love? Um I mean I don't really think I'm sorry, like I'm just trying to like look at if I'm missing anything. No. Yeah, like that's I mean sure, there are some predictabilities and like horror cliches in this film from like other like classic original like horror slasher films. Um but that's pretty much it. Like that's pretty much it. I like the rest of it was I thought was pretty good. Yeah, like pretty much all my issues with Hard Eyes is like I thought Olivia and Mason, I think his first name is I don't know his last name. Mason and Olivia, their relationship really, their acting, their performances really carried this movie. Really carried this movie. I felt like they were really, giving it their best with their acting and their performances. Like I said, the only issues I had was like maybe like they fell in love with each other too quickly and too fast and sudden. I mean, like it's not like yeah, and then there was also some predictabilities. I mean, sure, there are some predictabilities and a couple cliches, but other than that, I really enjoyed this movie. Um, so yeah, that is Hard Eyes. So moving on to Love Hurts. So Love Hurts is a romantic action comedy film. Um, and it follows a former hitman turned realtor played by Q Huang Quan. Quan. I'm not Chinese. He's not Chinese. Um, he is. Let me look it up. Vietnam, of Chinese descent. He's of Chinese descent. I mean, like I was reading the name. I'm like, that sounds like Vietnamese. I'm like, that name like I'm reading the name. It's like that sounds Vietnamese, not really straight up Chinese. But he, my God, I'm being racist to my own kind. But anyway, who learns that his brother is hunting him when he reunites with his former uh love partner, played by Ariana DeBose, who is stunningly, strikingly gorgeous in this movie. Like in this film, like I could not take my eyes off like her makeup and like just her physical appearance. She's so beautiful, Ariana. But anyway, um, I felt like Love Hurts is just plainly just an excuse to showcase Q-Wan's martial arts action, stunts, um, and all that. Like like the the dialogue, just the story was ass. It was terrible. The story for Love Hurts was terrible. There were moments like I get it, like it was trying to be funny, but it was just like what the fuck. I said that out loud, and I was like, just there were moments like that. There were some weird, awkward moments in this film. Um, I think and also the villain of this movie, the villain, like his brother. Oh my God, what a terrible villain. There was nothing going on with the villain. Um there was like this movie should have had like some kind of backstory, some kind of origin. Like instead, Love Hurts is just nothing but a shitload of exposition dumps. There's like no origin, there's no backstory. I don't really care about anyone really, except of course Q Hua, and somewhat Ariana's character. But there was so much to the story that they should have added into the film. Like I said, a backstory, an origin, some kind of instead these characters are just you know talking about their origin and their life and everything through exposition. And it's just, have you ever heard of the saying, show me, like, don't, show, don't tell, or like, don't, like, say it, or like, you know what I mean? It's kind of like that here. I want to see, like, all this stuff. Like, there's so much. I felt like there was a huge there was a huge fragment, not a fraction, there was a huge fragment of the movie that was cut out that they should have put in. I mean, I guess like the action. I mean, the only thing I liked about this was um Ariana's acting, Hua's acting. I can't really think of anyone else. All the other acting performances were mediocre, just downright garbage. Or not garbage, but way it could have been way better. What a step down. What a step down. I prefer Heart Eyes I'd rather watch Hard Eyes again. After watching Love Hurts, I'd rather go back in theaters and watch Heart Eyes. At least there was something in Heart Eyes. You know, at least there was like, at least it had something going, which Love Hurts did not. So if you had to choose, so if you are unable to do like a double feature like I did, and if you want to find, I know Valentine's Day is like next Friday, but if you can't do a double feature with the date, then you can take your date out. And then you can take your date on like I would choose love. I would choose the Heart Eyes. Excuse me. Yeah, I do love Hurts. No, I would choose Hard Eyes. Hard Eyes is a better movie. Like if I had to choose Hard Eyes or Love Hurts, I would say Hard Eyes is the better movie. But that depends on if you're a fan of slasher movies, because that is a slasher movie. If you don't want to watch a slasher movie, you can go. I mean, it's not that I mean, it's not that. I mean, Love Hurts is a bad movie. It's a badly executed and written movie compared to Hard Eyes. But if you can't do, but if you or your date can't do like horror slasher movies, you can, it's fine. You can watch Love Hurts, that's fine. I mean, I was like well entertained. I wasn't bored. I didn't fall asleep, so it's a pretty entertaining whatever movie that you can take yourself or you and your date with, whichever. You can take yourself out on a date. You don't need to bring someone with you, you know? Um but yeah, I would say Hard Eyes is the better movie compared to Love Hurts. But yeah, that's all I have to say. I can't believe I did a double feature. Like, this is the first time. Don't expect a lot more going into the future. It just depends. It depends really if I can like squeeze. It depends on my schedule. So, and it's very rare. And as you can tell by now, it's extremely rare for me to do like double features. But anyway, thank you so much everyone for taking time to listen to my review. My thoughts on both Heart Eyes and Love Hurts. Go watch Heart Eyes. Don't watch Love Hurts. I mean, depends really. But thank you so much everyone, and please like and subscribe. Definitely subscribe, because that would help me and my YouTube channel out a lot. I mean, like, seriously, when you subscribe, when you like my videos and my channel, it helps me make more videos, it helps me make more videos like this. And that's something I want to do. I want to keep doing, and I appreciate that if you guys can do all that great stuff. And I'll see you in my next video. Peace out.